What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to say, look, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, or if you're someone that's younger and you may not have seen some of those legends play, then I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I focus on. And guys, if this is the kind of content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. That would help me out a great deal. Let's go ahead and let's get into today's video. So guys, this was actually a request that I had, and I'd been thinking about doing a Dirk build. But, you know, the thing is with Dirk, he was right on that cusp, you know, right at the end of, you know, that time frame that I was looking at. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a build on him or not, but I did, you know, because it was requested, I do want to do that. So yeah, Dirk Nowitzki, guys, I mean, he was an amazing player. He was probably the best shooting 7-footer that's ever played the game, aside from maybe KD. You know, he could really shoot the ball really well. You know, and he was an amazing force in Dallas, leading them to that 2011 championship. When, let's face it, guys, I mean, they had no anyone looking at those two teams, right? You would have never said, you know, Dallas is by far going to win this thing, right? Because I mean, while they did have Dirk, I mean, Miami, they had LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh, which if you look at it on paper, guys, a much better team. You know, you look at Dallas's three best players, which would, you know, you could say would have probably been Dirk, Terry, and maybe Kidd or the Matrix, one of those guys. You know, and then you look at, you know, LeBron, Wade, Bosh. I mean, it's just, to me, it was just, on paper, it just looked like, you know, the Heat should have definitely won that game. But, you know, just like in 04, guys, when you looked at that Piston squad versus that, you know, LA Lakers squad, I mean, Shaq and Kobe. And on the other side, you have guys like Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, really? You know, it's just, you know, no one expected, you know, the Mavericks to win, just like nobody expected those Pistons team to win. But just because you look at it on paper, guys, and on paper, it looks like one team is the clear-cut favorite. As a team, that's not always the case, right? It depends on how you play as a team, and that, you know, that was Miami's first year together. So, and I get that, but still, I mean, that, you know, not to take anything away from what Dirk and that Mavericks team did, that was an amazing win, a win that, like I said, nobody thought they could pull off, and they did it. So, you know, major props to that team. They're one of the greatest underdogs that's ever won the championship, right? So, but let's go ahead, let's get right into this build, okay? So, guys, I mean, there's really no doubt, right? We know that we're going pure green on this build. That's, you know, that's really all we're focusing on with the Dirk build. Now, guys, where we are going pure green, I would recommend, you know, and also we're going to be 7 foot. I would recommend going with the speed, right? Pure speed. And now, if you wanted to choose another pie chart, by all means, go for it. But me personally, guys, I feel like this is a smart route to go with this build. And for this, guys, we're going to max out our close shot, our driving layup, and our driving dunk. And then we'll go down and we'll max out our post hook. We're going to max out everything in our shooting, right? Because, well, you know, that's what Dirk was. He was an amazing shooter. So we want that. We're also going to go ahead and max out everything in our playmaking just to get those playmaking badges, more or less. And, you know, Dirk was a good passer. He was able to handle the ball pretty well for his size. So we do want that. And then the rest, guys, we're going to put it on interior, defense, lateral quickness, and defensive rebound. And that's pretty much going to take us to 0. So if we look at our badge layout, guys, we've got 6 finishing, 30 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 1 defensive and rebounding badge. So all in all, guys, pretty good badge layout, right? So for the build, guys, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you choose, right? For me, I feel like Dirk, he was more of a compact build, right? He wasn't bulky. We know we're going to be 7 foot. Which again, is 245 was his listed weight. Now for this, guys, I would take the wingspan all the way down, right? Because we do want that shooting to be as good as possible, and we're not going to be really worried about other aspects because that's not what this build is for. But if we look at what we've got, guys, we're going to have a close shot once we get this build maxed out of 86 and a post hook of 83, which is really, really good. I mean, you're not going to be focusing on layups and dunks and things with this build. You're going to be pretty much doing shots and hooks around the basket. And then if you look at your mid-range, though, guys, a very, very good 90 with a three-point shot of 88. So with those two things, guys, from the perimeter, you're going to be able to knock down shots pretty well. You're going to have a really good free throw at 92 and an amazing post fade of 99. So when you're in the post, guys, you're not going to be going for, to finish around the basket, right? You're going to be doing that post fade because at 99, you're going to be able to hit that at will, especially being 7 foot. The fact that, you're going to be much taller than, other power forwards and things that you play against. So, and, you're going to have a very solid pass accuracy of 70 with ball handling of 44, which isn't bad, and a great post control at 82. Now, if you wanted to take this back all the way out to where it should be, guys, you certainly could. But I just feel like you want that Dirk shooting, right? So we're going to pull that in. And you're going to have an interior defense of 75, which is decent. You're going to be able to hold your own. Lateral quickness, you're not going to have much there in terms of that. It's only going to be a 54. But you'll have a solid defensive rebounding of 80. And we're not really worried about offensive rebounding, right? Because I think for Dirk's career, he averaged like maybe one. I think it was one, maybe 1 point something or 0.9. It's right at the one, right? We know that. And I think defensive rebounding, he only averaged like 6, maybe 7, maybe in the middle, like 6.5, 6.6, something like that. But, you're going to be able to get that number of rebounds pretty easily with this build. Now, for this, guys, if you want to do a post take, you can. I feel like spot up is the way to go with this build, though. It's Nowitzki, right? And look at this, guys. You have built a stretch 4 with shades of. At the very, very top, we've got Dirk Nowitzki, which is, really what we're looking for. It doesn't happen often, but in this case, it happened. And Domantas Sabonis, which is another really, really good, stretch, big. I would like to see, either Indiana move him or move Miles Turner. And then, that way, because I feel like Domantas would be better at the center position. I just do. But that's just me. And then you've got Kristaps Porzingis, which is another, good, player. I feel like Kristaps Porzingis, I don't know, guys. He has that ability, right, to be very Dirk-like if he just put in that work. And I know he stays injured a lot, guys, but it's one of those things. I would really like to see him and Luka do something, right? Because it could be a really, really good duo. So, guys, we know we have 6, finishing badges. I'm going to do 6 bronze badges, right? Because I feel like that's the way that you want to go with this, right? You want to do rise up. I would do hook specialist, grace under pressure, fearless finisher because you are a bit undersized, right? I would do dream shake just so when you do pump fakes and things, the defender is more likely to bite on it. And then fast twitch, just that way when you do go up with it, when you do get someone that falls for that pump fake and you go up really, really fast. So I feel like this is a really solid badge layout, guys. Now for shooting, guys, look, we've got a lot, right? So I feel like blinders, you definitely want Deadeye, right? Now, if you wanted to put these higher, guys, you could. But I do feel like ones that you do definitely want on Hall of Fame, you want Hot Zone Hunter, you want Limitless Spot Up, you want Fade Ace, right? You know that you want those on Hall of Fame, definitely, right? It's just Catch and Shoot is another good one that you want on Hall of Fame, because that's another one that you're going to use a lot. Corner Specialist, you could put that on bronze if you want. Set Shooter, you could put that on bronze as well. And then, guys, you've got all these other ones, right, that you could throw in there, right? Me personally, I feel like Sniper is a really good one. I feel like it works really, really well with this build. So that's the one that I would go with personally. And if you look, guys, you've got Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, Limitless Spot Up, Hot Zone Hunter, Fade Ace, and Sniper, all on Hall of Fame. And then you've got Corner Specialist and Set Shooter. You've got those on bronze. So guys, when I do these builds, right, I go through and I test them. I test them 2 or 3 different times, different ways, using different badges. And this is the one that I found really, it works well for me. Does that mean that it's going to necessarily work well for you? No. So what I would recommend, guys, if you try this layout and you find yourself, that you're not playing, the way that you want to play, then, basically look at that and, determine, what you want improvement on and what you feel like you could lose or give up. And then, come back in and go from there, right? So for this, guys, we know we want Unpluckable, right? We know that that's a must. Glue Hands is another one. Bullet Passer is another one that I feel like you need. Needle Threader is another good one. You want Bell Out, right? And, for the last one, guys, I feel like Post Playmaker is a really good one with this build. Just because I did find myself, even though it's something that I didn't do a lot, I did find myself playing in the post with this. And that Post Playmaker really helped for, like, if someone came down on you, and they'll come down to double. And then when you kick it out, that Post Playmaker increases that chance of whoever you pass to knock the shot down. So it's a really good one to have, right? And because with this build, guys, like, you're going to be playing either the power forward or the center position. So you definitely, I feel like you want Intimidator, right? Now, if you wanted to go Wind Protector for that, you could as well. But I feel like Intimidator is really a good way to go. So there you have it, guys. And if you wanted to, you could go in, choose your shot, Dirk Nowitzki, and there you have it. You've built Dirk Nowitzki. It's a really fun build, guys. If you like shooting, this is probably the best big shooting build that I've done to date. It's definitely fun. It's definitely able to shoot much more consistently than the Bob McAdoo or the Ewing or the Bill Lambier builds that I did, which was also kind of a stretch build. But this build, I mean, it shoots really, really, really well. So guys, there you have it. I mean, if you like these sort of builds, guys, and you like those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. And guys, if you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. That would help me out a great deal. And with that being said, guys, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.